The United States has a big problem, one that just got dramatically worse this week. And if what we're watching unfold right now is any indication of what's coming next, you and I have a serious problem too.
There is a concern that this will become a prolonged disruption.
As the war escalates in Iran and the Middle East, so do concerns around stability of the US monetary system. See, wars always last longer than we're told they will, and this one is no different. But what is different is how money is moving during this period of extreme uncertainty. If you look at the last 25 years, the pattern during global conflict has been incredibly consistent. When geopolitical shocks hit or uncertainty around the future grips markets, investors always rush to US bonds, what many have viewed as the safest asset in the world. And when US bond demand rises, yields, or the rate of return, falls.
The money moving around the investments, this is stocks, bonds, corporates, governments, derivatives, credit, you name it, 30 trillion. You are going to see a crack in the bond market.
In 2001, following the September 11th attack, yields dropped. In 2020, when the world shut down, yields dropped. And in 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, investors piled in US Treasuries and yields dropped.
This is really maybe the beginning signs of financial stress in the market.
The pattern is always the same. Uncertainty and risk pushes investors to safety. But today, something is different. Investors are still moving to safety, but what they view as safe has changed.
Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Barak Adam. All right, out there to you, sincere, you hopeful elect. All right, that's scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who will well, peace, and safety and salutations that they're to you sincere and you hopeful elect. That's scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. All right, coming in, okay, with another lesson today. All right, this lesson is going to be going into the crash is here. Okay, hyperinflation soon to come. Okay, it was a point into this video when I played it, and she mentioned something. Okay, she mentioned, look how the money is moving. Okay, right now, when you look at certain things, when you go into, the different vocabulary dealing with trading, finance, okay, right now, this is the point of a lot of liquidation, okay, consolidation, it's a lot of accumulation that's happening right now, money being moved around, certain things that was of the old system being dropped, okay, and they're all going back to what the people feel, which is a safe haven, okay? Most of these countries, governments, etc., they would go and get these different government bonds, okay? But now it's at the point to where these people are going to shift, okay, from that narrative and go towards commodities such as silver, such as gold. This is why we have been seeing a rally, okay, a bullish structure of going to the upside dealing with all these currencies. And also on top of that, too, you have right now is what's happening with the tensions at war. Okay, you have it, okay, with the oil. Okay. So trying to get my words right, Salakia. But when you see what's happening with the money, when you see what's happening with everything that's happening within the economy, it's showing you that the crash is here. It's already happening. People don't even see it. Okay, it's been happening, but now as we're seeing the tensions rise over there in the Middle East, okay, with the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, okay, it's going to bring these nations all down to their knees, okay, but ultimately that's going to do that to America too as well, okay. A lot of you Babylonians, you Americans, y'all don't understand what the hell is going on, okay. Be prepared to see more job loss. Be prepared to see higher prices than what you're already paying. Be prepared to see more, money to pay at the pump. Okay, it's going to get to the point to where a lot of you people are not going to be able to be driving around Okay, the crash is here. More job losses are happening. Okay, they're saying because of AI, which that's a part of it, but also too the squeeze and attention, okay, on these companies because of the different geopolitical tensions that's arising. You're seeing what happened with the tariffs, okay? You're seeing what's happening with the different funding, okay? Everything is getting affected, okay, worldwide when you're looking at it ever since Trump truly got into office. Things have been happening, but this is the time of the crash because this is the time they're getting ready to usher in their new system. Okay, many great miseries are getting ready to come up upon, okay, you people, man, and upon the world, man. Let's get that in let's get this here. And what's that? It's the book of Second Ezra 16. No. The book of Luke, Salakia. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21. Okay, because a lot of you people don't understand what's going on. It's what's going to catch you like a thief in the night. This is a worldwide event, all right, that is happening. Okay, nations' currencies, all right, nations' markets are falling right now, all right, because of the situation what's happening over there in Iran, okay, with Russia. I mean, not Slav, with Iran, Salakia, with Iran, okay, Israel, okay, and the United States, okay, Salakia, slip of the tongue, all right. But when you see what's happening, you can see, all right, within these different markets that everything is something wrong. Why are they all running towards the safe haven? Okay, gold, silver, okay, etc. All right, showing that this is a position of not only it's just warfare, but it's also all right economic. This is an economic war that is happening right now. Okay, and it's been happening. Okay, I did a video on that. All right, a couple months ago, showing you that we are in a time of the crash. Okay, okay, and hyperinflation, man, is coming, man. Things are getting ready to speed up. All right, so let me get this here right quick. This is the book of Luke 21 and 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting, okay, you know, you indulging, all right, in abundance, all right, of things that you should not, okay, just overindulging, okay, in this world and in this shit. Come on, man. Drunkenness. You so drunken from all the things of what you've been taught. Okay? You believing that you can go to college, get good grades, and you can land the job. You're drunk. You're drunk off the wine, man. You're drunk off Christianity, religion. You're drunk off all this shit that's out here, man. Okay? This how people and the rest of these people. It says, and cares of this life. This is the the thought process of many of the people here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, and especially our people, man. They care. They have the cares of this life. They care about, oh man, about paying bills, about paying taxes, about starting businesses. All right, them trying to make generational wealth. All right, them worrying about going what they getting ready to do on the weekend. Okay, them traveling. You see, all these different things are getting disrupted right now as I'm prophesying unto you. This is the thought process of the people, man. This is why Scripture says for you to take heed to yourselves, man. No, you don't want to be in a position to where, all right, you're overcharged with society and drunkenness and the cares of this life. Because what's coming is getting ready to catch everybody like a thief in the night. People don't understand that the crash is already happening. It says, and so that day come upon you unawares. See, that's the way that these people are living right now. Okay, having fun, thinking that this place is getting ready to continue, that this place is going to bounce back. This is why it's going to catch these people like a thief in the night. You already got people losing jobs. You already got people, which we can get that next. I think that's the next video I got lined up. Okay, showing you, okay, that these people are eventually going to lose it. Okay, they're going to lose everything that they've worked so hard for, pensions, okay, money all in the 401k savings they got into their bank accounts. They're getting ready to lose it all. This is the day that's getting ready to come upon them unaware. This is a part of it, man, because this is all the doing of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's getting ready to usher in his chip. Okay? And you people who love this place, y'all gonna be chipped right along with this place. Okay? You people, our people, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, a lot of y'all are gonna go, okay, and join, okay, well, have your hand joined unto Esau, man. You going down into Egypt for help. It's gonna be a lot of our people and a lot of the heathens, the people here, man. They're just gonna go line up to Esau's line, man, to go get chipped, man. Because this is the day that's coming unaware to these people, man. The day that they would have never thought that the system crashed. Verse 35, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. See, this is global. This is geopolitical. All right. This is economical. Okay. This is what's happening right now. Okay. This is why it's going to be a snare on all the people that dwell on the face of the whole earth, man. Because, hey, everything is tied to this damn dollar, man. You know, Esau has a good grip on the whole world based off this dollar. So when the dollar fails, guess what? Everybody else is going to fail. You know, there's going to be a lot of disruptions in markets. Okay, things is all going to come to a complete halt. Stagflation is going to be at the highest. Ain't going to be no more jobs, no more money coming in. People living on the streets, people fighting, trying to get food. It's going to get real, man. Verse 36, watch ye therefore and pray always. This is the time you need to be praying. Speaking to myself first and foremost. You know, well, no, we ain't perfect, but hey, pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that he have mercy upon you and your house, man, because what's coming, nobody ain't ready for. It says that ye may be accounted worthy to escape. We want to be accounted worthy to escape. Okay? The said perils. Okay? As you read in, what's that, 2nd Ezra 9? All right? You being saved, all right? Escaped by your works and what you have believed by faith. Okay? To be escaped of the said perils, man. Just roughly paraphrase, it says that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. This is what's getting ready to come, a crash. It's happening. And to stand before the Son of Man. All right. And that's getting ready to come too as well. Because as soon as we see, all right, people getting lined up, getting chipped, people getting shipped off, going to war just escalating to where it's going to be missiles, Yahweh Shai is going to be on its way. Quick. Scripture says the third woe cometh quickly. As we're seeing the events that's happening right now, things are unfolding and escalating quickly. This is how we know we can measure the time diligently. This is how we know that the chip is on its way. It's coming fast. They're talking about the different talks of cyber attacks where everything can get cut offline. Okay, the infrastructure could be breached. Okay, the banking could get hacked. Markets could fall. This is what they talk about. This is what they put it into the movies. Everything you see on the stock market, everything red. People losing cars, houses, jobs, etc. This is the time we in, man. So let's go back into this. All right. So I got another video. This is from the brother. He had it into his video. It says GMS Saints. I think Saints of Birmingham, I believe. Let me find out real quick. Oh, there's a show. Yep, GMS Saints OFT. Oh, GMS Saints of the Most High Birmingham, Salakia. All right. So this is a video that this brother had did. Okay, it's titled "Many Great Miseries." $150 for a barrel of oil could destroy global economy. Okay, and as we're seeing right now, it made a dip. Okay, because that's what I was looking at earlier on here. Okay, it made an actual dip. Hold on, Salah. Let's go through this. Let's do this again. Okay, it made a dip, and now it's around like 81. Okay. Oh shit, my phone. It's around 81. Okay, $81. Okay, it took a little tank yesterday, but guess what's coming? Okay, another rallying up, man. based off the things that's happening, man. So let's go ahead and get to this video. I want to go into the part of the job sector of what's happening, okay? Because the economies, all right, they will fall, okay? So let's go right here. I think it's around this area. Yep.
Two quick videos, you know. Yeah, evil and only evil, man. As you see, breaking: U.S. lost 92,000 jobs in February after expected gain of 50,000. So they predicted that the economy was going to gain 50,000, but in fact lost 92,000, almost double, man. Okay? And these are the judgments that Yahweh Shah has sent forth, man. All right? You have people who don't have jobs, who can't afford to feed themselves, you know, and eventually they're gonna lose it, man. It's gonna be anarchy, you know. It's gonna be turmoil. It's gonna be anguish. Hey, many great miseries. Let's play the video.
We have breaking economic news with the release just moments ago of the February jobs report. It shows that the U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs last month, a big departure from the expected gain of 50,000 jobs that economists had initially predicted. The unemployment rate rose slightly to 4.4%. That's a tick up from the 4.3% reported in January. And going through some of the math now, including some of the downward revisions we've seen in recent months, since April 2025, the U.S. economy in total has lost jobs, running very contrary to the narrative that President Trump puts forward out there about the U.S. economy booming and this being a new golden age. In fact, this jobs report, unexpectedly, no way around it, unexpectedly bad for this White House, bad for the American economy.
Now, let's get this. Just the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, straight to the point. Starting at verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, okay, we are in that time. We are in that day, okay? We're here, okay? We've been seeing it for years, how these chief economists, okay, they gather up all the data reports, okay, the statistics, numbers, data, okay, of jobs, okay, interest rates, etc. They look at all the different things concerning with the finances of this uh of the economies, okay, per se, okay, and they're trembling. They've been trembling. They've been seeing that. They've been saying that it's going to be a crash so big, bigger than anything that we've ever seen. Worse than the Great Depression. Worse than what's that? What 1973? All right. Worse than shit. What's that? The dot-com bust, 2008. All right. We've seen a small prelude of a fall in 2020. What's getting ready to come is getting ready to shock this whole world, and the people are not going to be ready for it. Okay, but they already have the solution already lined up, man. This is why you've been seeing me, okay, and the elder priest Ash been doing these different lessons going into, all right, the solution, okay, the bridge, okay, to connect all currencies all together, all right, dealing with the next thing in line, cryptocurrency, okay. They're going to issue in, okay, these different stable coins, all right, this digital money to where it can be programmable, okay, and it's going to be inserted into their system. All right, and in order for you to be a part to be able to access that money within that system, you got to take the chip. And that's what a lot of people are getting ready to do, man. They're getting ready to take the chip. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 3 again. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, man, it's a lot. And it says, damn, all this the cradle. And it says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay? The way of hope is going to be diminished from these people, man. It's going to look like there's no way out. You trying to look through the tunnel, you see the light, but it's too far. It's too far off, man. And these people are not going to have a sense, okay, of what the hell is going on when this crash comes. They don't even understand that they're living in it right now. You don't see all the people sleeping in their cars, people online complaining about the bills, prices fucking going up. You got people on TikTok getting up early in the morning showing when Walmart updates its tag and the prices always increases, etc. You're looking at the things that's happening, okay, just based off what was going on with the tariffs. Now you're getting ready to start to see the effects when it starts to affect with the oil now. It's going to be much much worse. Okay, let me see if I can get that real quick before I come back. What's that in think themselves and to be in good case. Let me see that real quick. That's second Ezra 16, I believe. Or 6. Damn, I can't even think of it. Let me see. Yep. Second Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, well, let me start at verse 19. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. Okay, for a correction. These things are happening, man, to get our people to repent. Okay, but it's at the point to where the Lord, okay, the Heavenly Father is, he finna stop talking. He just finna start to unleash all judgment. Okay, the famines, the plagues, the tribulation, the anguish. He's getting ready to unleash it all. Okay, that's why you got to be found worthy to be able to escape all these things that's getting ready to come to pass. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Look at the people. They're not mindful of what the hell is going on. Okay? This has been going on. All right? Constantly. And the people can't see. They cannot see what's going on, especially our people. They're blinded. They're blinded by the God of this world. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. People are not going to know what the hell is going on. They don't even know what's going on right now. It's going to increase. Okay? Everybody think that everything is good because the visuals seem to be somewhat cheap, but just wait. Hyperinflation is coming. Okay? So let's go back to that Ecclesiastes. I think that was it on it, but let me go back to it to make sure. I got another video to play right after this. So this is Ecclesiastes 12. I'll read it. Verse 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, which is happening right now. Okay? Doors are shutting. Mom and pops are shutting. Farmers getting shut down, etc. Stores shutting down, merging together. Banks merging together. Come on, man. The grinding is low. It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, all this entertainment, all this laughing, all this game playing, all this folly. Okay, you're gonna be waking up looking, okay, for you to survive, man. You will be getting up early, all right, at the voice of the bird, man. You see, you Americans don't understand what's getting ready to come down your way, man. Especially our people, man. They they just gonna be taken. They're gonna be taken by it. So let's get this here.
In the 120s.
Because now you got a lot of people seeing what's going on with the oil prices, and a lot of people, okay, are panic buying. Okay, so let's go to it.
All right, so it's fluctuating right now.
Let's start here.
And the point is that it's high. So even in Texas and the U.S., oil crude futures are up 18%, all right, in West Texas. So this is huge. 18% overnight, over the weekend. Massive. And I've already noticed it here. Gas, where I'm at, it was under $3 a gallon, or like right at $3 over a week ago before this started, and now it's already around $3.50. Okay, so this could affect other prices as well. There's also a lot of fertilizer going through the Strait of Hormuz.
And this is the point too, all right? When I was going into the famine, okay? The famine is coming. That's going to be synonymous with this crash, okay?
A lot of fertilizer is a byproduct.
And that's right. Revelation 17 revisited. You miss a day, you miss a lot.
Natural gas and oil production, specifically natural gas. So places like Qatar shutting down their massive natural gas facilities, the farms and farmers are no longer being supplied with urea, which contains nitrogen for plant growth. It's one of the main sources that fertilizers need: NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
So the farmers are going to hurt. Okay? These farmers are going to hurt.
So that nitrogen supply is getting cut off as well from this. So we could see just normal consumer good prices go up just because gas prices are going up and diesel prices are going up. So shipping costs are going up as well. We're also seeing insurance prices go up for shipping containers and shipping vessels. So all these things are going to cause increased transportation costs. So you're going to potentially see price increases on across the board. Okay, when oil goes up, it affects almost everything. When energy prices go up, it affects almost everything because everything is reliant on this energy. All right.
This is very strategic. All right, what they're doing. Okay, they're messing with the oil. Okay, they're messing with the energy. That's going to crash markets. Okay, the farming market, that's a big market right there in itself. Okay, you need oil, you need gas, you need all this for everything. It's going to affect every piece of thing in life because everything is in this system is tied. Okay, ultimately almost up to the oil. Okay, this is why the dollar was what? All right, the world's currency. All right, attached with it, man, to that oil.
And something to think about too is oil prices have been relatively stable. If you really think about it, 20 years ago, gas prices were still kind of similar. It was like $2 or $3 a gallon. So they've been relatively stable compared to everything else and the inflation that we've seen. Like, you know, grocery prices for certain things have doubled or tripled in price, but gas has almost been kind of stable around like.
Now wait till that starts to change. Hyperinflation.
$2 or $3. Sometimes it goes up to $4, but it's been relatively stable compared to the inflation increases that we've seen for everything else.
And you see, everything else is it's increasing, man. When you go to the store, you look at the food. What you paid last week is not going to be the same thing that you paid this week. Each day, prices change. That's why when it's going to be one day that everyone's going to wake up and they're going to see the prices change drastically because this is messing, all right, with these markets, all right, oil, okay, the crash, all right, the government bonds, everything. These banks are going to fall, all right. Majority of the financial system is going to fall because they're going to usher in their new system, okay. They're going to slap different things on top of the old system, basically like an update. When they turn the power that switch off, it's going to be like an update, a whole reset. That's why they call it the Great Reset. That's why they're passing all these different executive orders to put everything on top of it, man. This is how they're gonna be able to control, all right, these people here, man. So let me get one more here with Dabu, and then we can just close out. I have been speaking a little bit too long. Here we go.
What's up, guys? D7 back at you. An update on what's going on here with the whole global scene, and it looks like we've got some pretty big moves happening, especially with the Straits of Hormuz and with the oil. The oil had spiked on Monday to 119 a barrel. It pulled back, but it looks like this is just the beginning. We've got a huge move being made here by the Gulf states, or Gulf countries, so to speak. Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Iraq, they have all just cut a total of 33% of their entire production. This is going to have huge repercussions around the globe. It already does, already has. You can see gas prices here at home rising. Trump doesn't seem to care. It seems the mainstream media is pushing out the slogan that short-term pain equals long-term gain and regurgitating it all over the place to brainwash the masses that this is all needed. In the meantime, the people are filling the streets of Iran with chants, supporting the government, not supporting Trump, not supporting all the stuff that's going down. And in terms of Japan has stopped all 10 of their facilities from taking on any more oil. So they're releasing stuff out of the storage bins. Qatar is completely stopping all LNG supplies and all shipments. They warned this days ago. And when you look at the Straits of Hormuz, if you're looking at it on a website, tracking it, you can see just one or two little ships that slide through. Those are usually Chinese, Russian, or a specific country or company that's worked out a deal with Iran to get through there with no problems. So Trump, his only response to this is he's going to hit them 20 times harder. Of course, they got a new supreme leader. Ayatollah Khamenei's son is now the new supreme leader. He's not happy with that. It seems like more strikes are going to come. You got to understand with Donald Trump, he's Mr. Flip-Flop. He'll say one thing and then go the other and then back and forth and back and forth. And that's what he does constantly. He was just talking about ending this whole thing that, oh, the war should be done. We sunk all their Navy. They have no comms. They have no this and that. Well, they have plenty of arsenal to fire back, and the regime hasn't changed. You never struck and took out all their nuclear facilities this time around like you said you were going to do. Everything has changed. And a lot of people that do not support war are ticked off, especially people that voted for Trump, that see that he's bombed like 9 different countries, more than any other president on record. Like, they're pissed, and rightfully so. But just wait until all this really hits the fan. You see, it all starts in terms of catastrophe with gold and silver rising and running. It's already happened. Then follows oil. You're watching that happen in real time. Then follows a run on food and all supplies. And this is how it always happens throughout history. And you can see where we're at in this phase of things. So if the Straits of Hormuz don't get straightened up, which I don't think it will here very soon, you're going to see things get rougher. So look, a big move when all those states cut like a third of their total production, you're going to feel this reverberate around the world big time. Yep. So I foresee higher prices ahead unless Trump caps it somehow, because this is all making him look bad. That's all he cares about. It's making him look bad. And that's the only reason he would want out of the war. If he was getting credit like he was some hero for taking out Khomeini, he would keep on dropping bombs, no question asked. But that's not the case here, man. People are ticked off. They don't want no more war. And I agree. So prepare for blowback here on the home front, because it's coming. And join me for the live streams where I've got more time.
Be prepared for blowback, because it's coming. You know, I may title it "Brace Yourselves." Brace yourselves for impact. You know, let me write this down for impact. You know, the crash is here. Crash is coming quickly. Yeah, that's it. So brace yourself for impact. Crash is coming quickly. All right. This is where we at in creating prophecy. Okay. This is just a lesson going into how the crash is here. Okay. Hyperinflation soon to arise. Amen. Brace yourself for impact. because the crash is coming. Yeah, it's coming quickly. All right, so hey, Lord willing, you was edified from all this lesson. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations that they're to you sincere, and you hope for elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. Shalom.